Enjoy yourself, Nook.
Yeah, enjoy yourself. And plus, guess what? I don't think Jesus would have came down and told y'all about a tournament because, from the words of Pedro Serrano, who's a made-up fictional character, he said he liked Jesus very much, but he never helped him hit a curveball. So I don't know. Jesus might not be an NBA fan, but he probably he might like baseball. He might like baseball.
He would just be spectating and not helping for nothing.
Yeah. He might be because he only interfered in the Angels and outfield. Listen,
That's
he
true. Like Jesus be selective as no, I would say Jesus. I was gonna be saying Jesus be
them
selective.
Angels, but for sure them Angels be selective as hell.
Like yeah, but
They
like,
help who the
but
hell
it's
they want.
right. It's like how you gonna basically have them come out to the outfield, but you ain't gonna have me come onto the court. Like you had, granted, like what was it, 6 man, Marlon Wayne's brother,
Yeah.
like basically help out. So I mean, maybe he dished them out for that. But like, how like send your angels for the basketball court? Like, can it be an Air Bud kind of situation? Like, why not? Why not?
Hey, all I'm gonna say is, look. I do think Jesus could hit a curveball. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just doing that
I mean, he was a pretty slender dude, and I mean, so he might have had some pliability.
I
So
think he would have been a pitcher, to be honest with you.
mm,
I think he would have been a pitcher.
I'll
Second
say
base.
second base
You think second base? I think a pitcher
because
would have been a
he's
better.
small. So it's like you got to think that he ain't really got like okay. So like so let's talk about Jesus. All right. So like the thing is he was short, so he wasn't like a tall dude. So it was he was tall, he was short and slender body. So he's more like a Altuve, like early Jose Altuve. That's what Jesus would have been like, unless because we don't really have too many short pitchers. Like I mean, what was it? Used to homie used to play. He used to play for the Royals and Greg Holland. I think Greg Holland might have been like the shortest pitcher I could think of. Actually, let me see how
But
tall
I'm
Greg Holland.
thinking walk on water, turn water into wine. I'm thinking that there's some tricks. Like he gotta have great command and control. So I'm thinking he might have been a pitcher. Okay, he
So
might
you're
have been
saying
a
if
pitcher.
he's bending, water into wine, he could bend the curve or bend the ball
He
to.
probably can throw the best 12 to 6 curve ball out there, bro. He
You know
probably
what?
got a nasty slider and a splitter too, bro.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, Greg Holland was 5'10". That's the shortest cat I remember pitching. I've ever seen pitch. But like it, but I'm just thinking like he ain't really got that bull. So like if you're saying Jesus basically would be a pitcher,
Yeah.
like I'm thinking he would have to basically rely on a lot of leverage coming off the mound. So we would have had to have strong legs, which I don't know if he would have had strong legs. He was wearing those gowns, so I don't know what his buildup would is. Like he got it because like if you're gonna be short, you
Well,
got to have that kind of like oomph back there, and I don't think Jesus had ass.
well, you gotta think walking long distances, walking on water and stuff. It has to lead to something. So
But that would make his shit lean though. Like if you basically saying like, all right, well
Randy
he can,
Johnson was tall and slender. Not
but
many
he was
pitchers,
tall.
but not many pitchers have a lot of meat on them though.
But
Just
that's
like
because he had
Marlon.
pause. But he had leverage because he was tall. So like the ball was coming down and everything like that, and he basically used that side like kind of sidewinder action to kind of do that. I don't know how Jesus' delivery would be. Like Jesus was able to deliver, like 10,000 like to food to 10,000 people, but can he deliver in the seventh inning? I don't know that for a fact. Like the thing is like we need because the thing is like this with this you got to basically look at what Jesus was, and you got to say like, okay, he is a guy that basically is like average height back then, which is like 5'2". So it's like he was a dude that basically is coming off the mound at 5'2" with very slender legs. I don't know what his arm strength is looking like, and so like, is this a guy that I can say, hey, I need to basically like I got runner on second and third, one out. I need you. I'm gonna walk the basically man. I'm gonna walk the man, get the bases loaded. But I need you to get this double play. Can I count on Jesus to do that? I don't know. That is a lot for me to basically say for Jesus to do. Because the thing about it is, look, if Jesus has to come in and basically say, all right, on the third day, I'm going to basically be the starter. So I got to put him third day in the rotation. Like, what can I rely on you to basically rise for me? That's what I.
He might be able to get this done because I'm saying if he's pitching on the mound before they did the mound rules and packed it down some, he has a little bit of height advantage coming. Oh, he got a little step down. He got a little leverage coming off the mound when he's throwing this thing, bro.
So you're saying basically if they basically kept the mound what it was when Bob Gibson was around, Jesus would have had at least more because he's coming down from up high.
Hey,
You know, like he could basically have the ball kiss guy and then come down and say, okay, here's me dotting here's me dotting the end of the strike zone. Like if you're saying it like that, okay, maybe there's a chance, but it's still to where it's like, I don't because are the sandals cleats? Are you basically have like it's shit Pumas? Like what do you what would
I'm gonna think that he had all right grip in those, okay? Because for you to be able to walk and withstand stuff and do all of that, you gotta have pretty good grip, bro.
I get that, but it's like, but it's talking about sand though, and when I mean, granted, the mound is like mainly like sand and dirt and shit like
Yeah.
that, so it's like he might have a
I
chance,
think
but it's
he
just like,
might have a home field advantage against a lot of people up there.
that's a fair point. That is a fair point. I don't chat. Y'all tell us like, can Jesus pitch? Yes, maybe no.
Look, let us know in the comments. I think Jesus could have been a pitcher.
I
He
mean,
could have been a pitcher.
I think there's a lot of there's a lot more questions than answers to this. You know, like I mean, it's just because he was black too. So it's like he had that going for him. Like he could have been like say Dwight Gooden. Like he could have been like Vida Blue. You know,
Yeah.
like by the old ass name. Like he could be that.
He could have
You
got out
know,
there and got busy, bro.
Satchel Page. You know, like he could be that. Like, but is Jesus lefty or righty? That's also what we got to think about too. There's so many variables in this. All right. All I'm saying is I don't think I can rely on Jesus to basically get me out of a pinch. Not
I
that
think
kind
he
of
could do.
pinch.
I think he could do it, bro. Like I said, water the wine, walking on look, water the wine, walking on water. I'm calling on him in the ninth inning to go out there and get this stuff.
I mean, water to wine is one thing, but striking out basically Shohei, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman is a taller task. I would say. All right, I would just say that's a pretty taller task,
Look,
especially you
look.
got the right,
I
you got
think
left,
because
right,
of the
left.
hand manipulation, Rob, I think that he probably has some of the best breaking stuff in the league. Okay, I'm just saying he's probably a breaking pitch expert. He probably got a nasty curveball with a splitter. He probably got a nice slide
You
out
know
there.
what? You know what? That's why Daisuke Masasaka didn't have the gyro ball when he came into the league because he was like, Jesus was like, no, that's mine. You are not gonna have that property.
That easy.
So that might have been it though. That might
That
have been
easy. But
it.
he probably got it working, bro. He probably has this working. It's probably some serious shit he got going
That's a
on.
fair point. That's a fair point.
No.